Hey everybody, Marcos Vegas standing here with Mark Munoz, of course, for Fight Up TV. And Mark, man, you just, you can't catch a break in terms of the people you fight. You're always fighting your friends, man. You're always fighting your homeboys. What's going on here?
I don't know, man. It's just how it is, I guess. You know, I mean, you got to be able to just have a perspective of just business, you know. It can be personal. So whenever the fight got announced, it was all a surprise to me. So I was just like, we're fighting each other now? It's like crazy. So we go to this dinner, the Helio Gracie 100 year celebration dinner. And I just went up to him. I said, man, winner buys dinner. And he goes, okay. So now we're gonna be friends at the we're friends before. We're gonna set our friendship aside for about 25 minutes, and then afterwards we're gonna have dinner together.
Was that dinner the first time you had seen him since the fight was announced?
No. 2 days before we trained, and then when the fight got announced, we called each other. Like, hey,
there's the gritty stuff. That's what I want to know. So this phone call, was it awkward? Like, how was it?
Yeah, it was awkward.
Yeah.
We're like, we're fighting each other, man. And like, he's like, yeah. So he's like, so it was awkward. Yeah, it was awkward. And obviously we don't want to fight each other, but it's something that we got to do, you know. And it just sucks either way, but you know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a great fight because Lyoto, he's always been a guy that's like very strategic, very like puzzling to a lot of fighters, but for me, I love that. I love figuring out the puzzle. I love doing it and figuring it out, and I feel like I have a really good solution for it.
You know, looking at this fight, do you feel that this matchup and this style is a lot more difficult than what Michael Bisping brought to the table?
Yeah, I truly believe that this is a little bit more difficult, but this fight's more rewarding too. I feel. Not putting anything past Michael Bisping, but you know, to fight a former champion. I mean, he's a former champion at 205, dropping down to 185. So that's another thing we have to talk about is him dropping down to 185. Is that going to be a problem? But he's always been a light heavyweight.
Yeah.
He's always been weighing in below the limit at 202, 201. He even weighed in 199 sometimes. So I don't think it's going to be an issue, but you know, we'll see. If I see signs of fatigue, I'm gonna go a little bit harder. So, but we'll see. I mean, but it's a tougher fight in terms of having a good strategy. That's how it's tougher.
Yeah. No, looking up to the buildup of the previous fight you were supposed to have against Bisping, he was doing a lot of trash talking, and he was hyping up the fight, and it got fans like really into it, like really excited and everything. And then you go to a fight like this, who's a friend, and you don't trash talk. Lyoto doesn't trash talk, so I feel kind of lost a little bit of momentum in that sense.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people are still excited about the fight. I mean, just because, you know, they know with me they're gonna see excitement in the fight anyways. And with Lyoto, they've seen kind of like lackluster, but only lackluster only because if his opponents doesn't really engage. So, but I truly believe that this is gonna be a fight that you're gonna remember.
You can't trash talk. Do a little trash talking, Mark. Say he has dandruff or something.
I can't do that. I can't do that against Lyoto, man. He's my boy, man.
And it's not you as a fighter as well. When you're hitting them, though, are you going to picture Michael Bisping's face? Is that going to be because he's your friend, you know? Like, and to kind of hide those feelings like, oh, man, I don't want to hurt my friend, picture someone that you did really want to hit.
Yeah, you know, I actually, when I fight a friend, I don't see their face. Yeah, I see a target. I don't see their face. Like when I fought Aaron Simpson, when I fought CB Holloway. I mean, it was the same thing. Like I wasn't looking for a face. I just saw the target and I went for it. So yeah,
it's very interesting. Something I didn't know. You know, wow, that puts a lot of things in perspective now. So you might be picturing Bisping when you're hitting him. You know, looking at this matchup as well. You know, he's done really well against wrestlers. You know, in your opinion, do you feel you're the best wrestler he's faced? But overall, he's done really, really good against wrestlers.
Yeah, he's done well against wrestlers. I've watched him fight Phil Davis. He lost against Phil Davis, though. He did well with defending the takedowns, but Phil Davis was actually able to take him down and get the decision. It was kind of a it could have went either way type of fight, but he still got taken down to the ground. He fought Tito Ortiz. Tito had a hard time figuring him out, and he kneed Tito in the body, and Tito went down, and he ended up winning that fight. So I'm a different kind of wrestler. I'm not a guy that's like that just shoots for the legs. I have upper body stuff. I have foot sweeps. I have trips. That's the kind of fighter I am. And when I wrestled, I wasn't like a explosive outside wrestler. I had to get my hands on you to be able to, manipulate your position to take you down. That's the type of wrestler I was. So you're gonna see a lot of that. You're gonna see a lot of that in the fight. You're gonna see a lot of, like I always say, Donkey Kong punches. But I have a good game plan. I have a good game plan, and I'm looking to execute that game plan and do it well.
Do you feel he can handle your power? Because truly, that could be the difference maker. Is that?
Yeah, I think my power is a problem for a lot of fighters at this weight class, and we've trained together, so he knows. I mean, he knows what I have. I know what he has, and we just got to present it differently now because I bet he's training the clinch work. He's training the leg takedowns. He's training all that stuff. So I got to present it differently and do different techniques. Obviously, I had to bring in different people for karate and different people that can emulate Lyoto. And there's not many people that can do that. It's tough. But I've been able to do that, and I'm excited for this fight.
You didn't show him everything, though, in training. You left a few things out, a few surprises, so to say.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes. I always leave some surprises. So I don't ever give everything. And it's hard, too, because everything I've learned over 25 years of wrestling, like you can't just learn within 6 months, within a year. You can't. It's impossible. So there's a lot of little intricacies that make those moves work. And for me to teach him that, he's got to drill it of hours and hours and hours of drilling just to be able to do it or execute in a live situation, let alone in a real live match, real live fight. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's going to be an exciting fight, certainly a thinking man's fight in this matchup. Right. Mark Munoz, go ahead, take us away. Let us know when these fans right here can go ahead and see you fight Lyoto Machida.
That's right. October 26th, you're going to see Mark Munoz versus Lyoto Machida on UFC Fight Night 30. Tune in to FS2, and it's going to be a fireworks show.
Good night, guys.